Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. Alright. Decided to come back down to North Hollywood and just get back to the hotel, I guess. I don't know. Maybe we can walk around here or something. But yeah, I just left the train station. Feel pretty good. It was a quiet train ride. The kids ain't let out of school yet, so there wasn't really much going on. People still at work, that kind of thing. It's that sweet hour where there ain't really nothing going on. And I'm happy to be in a new month. I think that's what I want to say, man. I don't know what November holds. September and October were hard, really hard. And I hope some things have lined up a little bit from what it is that I've done. Definitely made some good content on this channel in both of those months with all the stuff that I've been through. But all in all, I'm just happy that we exited October. October was a beast in and of itself, man. It really was. And I think I got a little stronger, but of course the enemy would attack me at the end of the month. Just when I think everything is going real smooth and stuff like that, looking on the up and up, and then there's something to really, really deal with. But, I think, I've learned I'm a bit, got a long way to go before I'm where I want to be. And some of my selfishness, some of my choices could be better even still. Choices in prioritizing things and people and different stuff like that just needs to shift. And I got to find my way from here. But I feel pretty good that this month can be a softer month, I guess is the word I'll say, than the last several. Especially if things that I've been waiting on finally come into view. And, prayerful every day. I remember when I was walking down the street in Lenox when I thought things were going to go bad, and I knew they were, rather, talking to you guys about the Lord and just understanding how I spoke about God when I was fearful, and how I've kind of carried some of that over into these spaces where I'm not as fearful, but I'm still talking about Him. And so I hope He's proud of that, man. I hope He's proud of what I'm trying to do, because I know the enemy's attacking me, so I know I'm doing something right. But I genuinely hope God is happy with me, man. I've been really trying. Maybe not in the ways that other people want to see me try, as far as getting my work done and stuff like that. But as far as me maintaining my intentions on connecting with Him every day and just trying to learn what He respects and how to be more grateful and stuff like that, and how to communicate with others, trying, I think I've been derailed by this whole situation with my friend K's. Kept me from kind of calling other people. I've been a little depressed. Not in a sense that I'd be sitting back not talking to anybody or nothing like that, but just the idea that I was thrown off by all of this once again, as I always am when she does this. But I want to liberate myself from that. As I was telling you guys on the way here, it's like on the way as I was walking the previous 2 videos ago. I don't really want to feel like this no more. You know what I mean? You go through this enough times while you're going through difficulties. A person can be really cool when you're around them, and it could be really, really promising, the energy that you get from those people. But at the end of the day, if they're not going to be consistent with you and you require that, you just gotta kind of liberate yourself from the circumstances. They're not for you. If they were for you, then you wouldn't be in the circumstances that you're in where you're feeling as bad as you do. And so for me, as somebody who doesn't value things very much, who doesn't have a whole lot going on in terms of activities in my life and a whole lot of people that I deal with, the relationships that I have that are close, I value them a different way. I value them in a way that I've realized that others may not value me. Maybe they have a different relationship with the world around them to where I ain't got to deal with that dude. I got this and that person to distract me from that. It's like me, nah, I don't have that. Nor do I desire that or require that. I just need consistency from the people who do deal with me. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I would prefer in the situation I'm in. And it's just, not that I want her to shut off herself from the world. It's just respect and all of that I'm looking for, that I'm not perceiving as respect at all. And it's like, I've dealt with a lack of respect so much in previous situations with females to where it's like I don't find myself just responding well to what I perceive as disrespect at all. Not to say that anybody does, but it's different for me when I don't even know if it's disrespect or not. I don't know if it is. Or if it's just them dealing with whatever they have to deal with in their own personal life, to where I'm maybe too much for them, which is fine. I think I'm too much for a lot of people, man. That's one of the reasons why I'm so good at what I do on this channel, is because I always got something going on in my head. I don't chill. I don't just, you know what I mean? I'm a creative in a million different ways. So it's always something I could be doing or saying. Even when I don't think I have nothing to say, something comes out eventually. It's just, this is how my mind works. So if people want, you know, more simplicity in their life, or just some cool, you know, mind, I just am wired opposite. Not to say that I can't relax when it's time to in certain situations, but not when people are running circles around me, or whatever the case may be. I'm not going to be chilling. I'm going to be assessing everything I'm seeing there. And so I just get, with how I operate, it's hard to meet people that align with me. With how my mind works and how my spirit works, I've often found myself really having small circles throughout the course of my life. You know, only in small pockets at a time, where I really had myself hanging out with a lot of people. A clique and things like that. It didn't really work like that. I usually had a friend. I was usually that homie's friend, and we go together somewhere. We always around, that kind of thing. So, I don't know. It's been, like I've told you guys a couple times in the past, I feel like a ghost in the room, man. I think that's probably why I've held on to this friendship with her so tight, is because if not, I don't really have anything. I got my homeboy T, stuff like that, but nothing like involving females, like nothing involving the opposite sex. I keep to myself, and I'm comfortable like that. And so it's just a lonely life, man. It's a lonely life. Maybe I just need to let her go and just get back to being that, you know, honestly. Seems like she's making that decision for us, both. And so I don't know, man. I don't know what to say or do. I want to get this person out of my head, and that's been a very difficult thing for me. It is, especially with how the behavior is gone. It's just, I wish I could do what she does. I want to be able to do that. I think it's a healthy thing when you can just purge somebody out of your life at a snap of a wrist, and then come back around when you feel like it. That's a superpower. You know, I don't think it's a very personable one, but it's probably very good for her mind. You know what I mean? So she ain't got to deal with all the bullshit that I bring, whatever that she may perceive it as, for which she has a right to perceive it. Obviously, you know, I think I'm a great guy. Obviously, I think I bring a lot to the table, but I also know that I can bring a whole lot of selfishness when it comes to this type of thing. Maybe she needs a little tender love and care, a little more empathy, a little more stability in that person's life, so that they're not looking for anything from her. And so it's very hurtful, because at this point, I don't have anything like that. And I too need something for my hard times, you know what I mean? So it's a lonely life, man. And it's one of those situations where I don't want to take steps backwards. I don't want to take steps backwards in the sense that my faith is strong. Like, in the past, when I've started feeling like this, it'd just be like, man, I just want to escape life. It would just be easier if I wasn't here. But I don't think those type of thoughts no more, man. Now I just got to sit here and suffer, you know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to. You don't get to just tell yourself, all right, I'm out. Not really. Not when you believe. Now it's like, all right, well, God wants something for me to do. So let me just keep pushing forward and let him work, you know, in my life. And maybe he wants me to go through this so that I can see something that I haven't seen yet, or feel something I haven't felt yet, or meet somebody I ain't met yet, or just make a video I ain't made yet. You know what I mean? When I think about all the videos I made on this channel since the last time I felt that way, there's been a lot of content that was necessary to make. A lot of stuff that I thought really in my life were shining moments. Even if it don't do nothing, you guys will see it there. Since I've been last, so quote unquote, suicidal, I ain't have no real bad content. Like, it's been good content since. So what I'm saying is, glad I lived to see it, man. Glad I was able to lend my mind to the truth of what it is that we're seeing here, since there's so much dystopian crap going on with what's going on in Gaza, and everybody want to act like they don't see it. Everybody want to act like that's not happening. It's like good for me being someone who's still alive today who ain't thinking like that, who could broadcast to however many people see the video, so that they can at least, if they're not paying attention to the stuff I'm paying attention to, have some understanding of what it is I'm paying attention to and how bad it is right now. You know? So for me, it's like, if I'm gonna start quitting on life, what else does God want me to do? What other, I look at going back to Hollywood. And I think about all the times in Hollywood where I was having some bad eras, things, just some random in life. Not necessarily thinking I wanted to quit, but happy that I didn't, because there were good times that came after. Happy that I didn't, because I learned some hard lessons that I really can carry, help others. And I think helping others is what makes it, helpful for me to know that it's useful, because it can be passed to others, not the difficulties of life like a lot of people want to pass their pain to others, but how to help cleanse suffering from our lives. And maybe if I did a better job at living my life without having attachments like this, I could do a better job of telling people how to purge this type of stuff out of their life. How to break connections with people that you need to break connections with, or the people that are trying to break connections with you that you are holding on to. Those type of things I'm not so good at. I ain't really all that great at that. But, or give people time to figure out if they want to. But I struggle. I love hard, and I break away difficult, in a difficult way, I guess. I don't know. But, I just want to be free of the burden that I feel, just like that person seems to be free of the burden of me. And I really want that strength. I want that now, actually. Get over all of this and get back to what it is that will be the next chapter of my life, so I don't find myself walking around down all the damn time. Because that's what this has been in the last couple of days. Just walking around down. And it's like, that's not what God wants for me. He did tell me different things that were positive in regards to the circumstance, but he wants me to try to handle it differently, I suppose. That's my guess. And I don't believe I am. A lot of times I feel like the Spirit is telling me to relax. And the first thing I want to do is complain. And that's not the way to go. You want to relax. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to tell the enemy that he's not winning these battles, and his significant attacks upon your life are not necessarily going to continue to have the same effect. And so listening to the Spirit, as we've talked about, is the way that goes. But I'm trying to hear what the Spirit says, and sometimes it just feels like my head is louder than the Spirit is, to be honest with you. My head is louder at times. And so that's really it. I want some closure. I want some closure in this specific situation. I want the same closure I was telling y'all I got in my previous relationship. If this is how it's going to be, and you don't respect me enough to talk to me about what it is that I'm going through, or what it is that you need from me in regards to going away, so I can have that closure to stop bothering you, then it's just going to get harder and harder for me personally to find the closure on my own. That's a suffering I don't deserve, based on the prayers that I've prayed in regards to this person. You know what I mean? I don't deserve that. So, granted enough, maybe that's just the test. The test is, can you just sit here in the red as it pertains to this person? Because that's really what it is. If y'all remember my red video, I was telling y'all whatever makes me anxious. This ain't anxious, but it's just the same type of mental battle that goes on when you have no closure in life. Some people handle that very well. Some people control the narrative so they don't have to go through this, which is maybe what she's doing. Maybe she's on some, if I leave him, he won't leave me. If I keep it at a space that is comfortable for me, maybe when he finds somebody else, I don't get hurt as much because I've already left early. It's like, man, I don't know what she's doing, but it feels like that could be something too. But whatever the case may be, it's like, I don't look at myself as no super catch or nothing, so it's not something I'm holding on to too strong. But You know, as it pertains to how good of a person I am toward that human being. I want to keep being good, you know, but at what expense? If good means letting you do whatever you want to do in regards to me, and me hurting about it and not saying nothing to you, that's an arrangement I can't do. And it was an arrangement I was trying to keep up, and I think that's what she got used to. And that's my fault, I guess. But it'd also be my fault if for some reason that's all it takes to stay in this person's life. That too is my fault. If I start doing it again the same way that I can't really keep up and just find myself miserable, what type of life am I trying to build with that person if I have to be somebody else in order to be with them? If I got to be somebody else in order to keep them even communicating with me, let alone being with me. It's just like, I don't know, other things matter more than the real me to this person, apparently. Or otherwise, they would at least, at the very least, communicate what it is that they need me to do in going away. So, you know, man, I think that a lot of people go through this. A lot of guys go through this when we're not players. You end up running into women who don't have much of an emotional threshold for any man that they run into, and then you end up being the emotional one. I don't pride myself on being an emotional person, to be honest with you. I'm not. But I do get frustrated easily, I imagine. It's the best way I know how to describe it, frustrated. So it's like, the more you don't talk, the more I want to find out why you don't. The more I want to reach out and tell you how unhappy that makes me feel. That's about as far as I take it. I'm not showing up, you know, they got different levels of crazy. Where people will show up at your job, show up at your crib, harass people you know, start going on social media, following people you know. That's not who I am, man. I don't take it that far. I don't think that it even is a positive thing to do that. Because then what are you building at that point? You're just building something that gives them every reason to get up out of your life. They should get out of your life at that point. So that's not what it is that I'm looking for at all. I just want to get to a point where you let me know I am alone in regards to you. You let me know that friendship is over because you didn't like something I did. Or you let me know that you need a couple of weeks off so I can get to a point where I'll give you that couple of weeks without looking and wondering where you at. But she does not give me that respect. And it's frustrating and it's disrespectful. But that's what it is we deal with in life. When you deal with people that have emotional issues or whatever the hell that is she has, because I believe it is something like that. On top of her trauma, but she's also just a human being that doesn't really value people like she should. I don't know if it's how she was raised or the hard times that she's been through in her life. She told me those things made her stronger. This isn't the type of strength you want. This is the type of strength that makes people that love you not like you. It's the type of strength that makes you push people that love you away and leave you alone. You don't want that type of strength. That's not strength. That's weakness. Strength is communicating with people. Strength is putting your heart out there just like they did if that's what you feel for a person. That's what she's showing me is not strength. But a lot of times people have to be taught that. I don't believe what I'm showing is strength either. Because if I was stronger, I'd be able to just say, well, that person don't give a damn, let's get on. That's called giving up too. What I told her I wouldn't do, but here's what it is, man. I happen to be a person of my word. When I say I ain't gonna give up on you, or I care about you forever, whatever words, I really do that. I try my best anyway. And if I can't keep that up, it's likely because you told me not to in one way or another. And that's exactly what I'm getting from this person now. It's like, I don't really need that from you anymore. And so fewer words. And it's cool, because it's like, look, I can handle that. I just can't handle silence where I have to figure that out. So, talking in circles at this point. I think I'll leave this video at this point. Maybe start a different one, excuse me. And try to give it a different topic. BDF 44, thank you all for watching.